University Center on the campus of Point Park University. I'm your host, Josh Frketic. Got done with volleyball. We're going to switch it back over to soccer, women's soccer to be specific. We got highlights for you of the Malone game that was last Tuesday. Let's show you the highlights. Pioneers against, yes, the Pioneers. Early on, off the cross, Pioneers defense here, just like the men, is pretty darn good as well. They're going to clear out the danger in the box, and it will remain at 0-0. How about some more defense? A slip and fall there. It was a little bit muddy of a pitch, but Gallagher clears it out. And also, how about some help defense from the forwards? Get back there, and no goals for Malone on the early going. It would not stay like that. However, deep shot there by Heckman. It's going to go off of Casey Baldwin and in the back of the twine. 1-0. Malone would go up 2-0, and later on, one past Velez will make it 3-0. Coach, your thoughts after the game?
Because they weren't doing what I've asked them to do. They weren't doing their job, and the result was showing. We were 2-0 down to some sloppy goals. We couldn't possess the ball, which is all that we work at practice. So if the 11 people out there who I thought were our starting 11 weren't going to do it, then how can I not let the girls on the sideline who have done nothing wrong not have a chance? It looked like a slip from our goalkeeper, but just some fundamental things. The conditions were bad, but they're bad for both teams. So for us to say that we slipped or somebody dove in and couldn't recover, it happens to both teams. So I can only say it was the mental lapses that have been hurting us in the last few games.
Pioneers falling 3-0, dropping to 1-5 overall. Shaw had 4 saves. Heckman with a goal. Malone moving to 4-4. The Pioneers then traveled to Cedarville for another AMC matchup, and the Pioneers would also fall to Cedarville 4-0. 2 total team shots in this matchup, dropping to 1-6 overall. We're going to bring in Kelly Reed. And Kelly, let's talk about Tuesday first. Just coach afterwards really set the tone there, and in the game as well, going the 11 for 11 sub.
Yeah, definitely. Point Park fell to 1-6, and now are 0-3 in AMC. And coach said it perfectly. It all comes down to attitude, and he said it to me how disappointed he was in his team and how disappointed he was in his goalie. And he switched all of his players on the field out for players on the bench, and it could shown just then how disappointed he actually was.
Yeah, it was a muddy pitch there, and he talking about the conditioning of the team as well as just slipping and falling, the mental capacity and the mental state of this team. But right now, these are broken down women right now, and it just seems like they need something to possibly try to spark this club here.
Yeah, conditioning was definitely a problem that he was talking about, which is surprising because Coach Platts comes from Walsh, where he also specialized in off-season conditioning. So you would feel that these girls would be even better. And late in the season, this shouldn't be a problem. But, you know, as of right now, they have a game coming up with Carlo, and who are last in AMC. So they have a chance there to really pull through. And
the seesaw battle between goalies continues there. Exactly. On Tuesday. It happened again on Saturday. It was just like that. Velez for most of it, then Shaw towards the end. You know, where do you see this ending? Let's take a look at the road ahead there. You mentioned it, a game against Carlo tomorrow. Then they also travel to Damon on Saturday to take on the Wildcats, a home and an away game. You see there, Carlo also a bottom feeder in the AMC, so 2-6-1, and then a very good Damon team, 7-3-1. But the Pioneers do have history in all sports across the board of playing well at Damon, whatever that is. Maybe it's the New York Air up there, but almost every team across the board.